All right, guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on today? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing fantastic. I hope everybody's doing on the most amazing they've ever felt. I hope everybody's just, alive and thriving and just being at their best. Before we get started, I also want to say prayers that go out to all the families that got hurt or lost their lives yesterday. I don't know if you guys are aware, but yesterday was apparently a tropical storm. Seems like it was like a small little storm that went on, especially in my hometown. I don't know if it affected anybody outside of the North Plainfield area, but definitely a little strong storm came by, swept up a couple trees, destroyed some property, some cars, took some lives. If you or anybody were hurt or got hurt, very sorry. Wishing you guys well, speedy recovery. For those who lost their lives, prayers go out to them, their family, and everybody else. Um, yeah. Sorry for the little, sad little intro, but yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody who may have lost power got their power back. Hope everybody who didn't get touched is fine and there's no after effects because I did see like there was fires and people still haven't had their powers and places being shut down and people like jobs weren't able to go into, like it was just a lot of stuff happening. The after effect, even though it was a small little storm, was pretty major. But I hope everybody's doing good. So how's everybody else? Those who weren't affected by the storm, I hope you guys are doing fantastic on this little Friday, afternoonish. The weather is absolutely magnificent outside, so I hope you guys are, going outside and touching grass.
And try something new.
Hope you guys are getting some fresh air, absorbing the vitamins from the sun, and just being outdoors. Because today is one of those days like you should take full advantage of the outdoors. Just because who knows when we're gonna get a chance like a day like this again, where it's nice, it's breezy, it's a cool day. It's like the perfect day to hit the beach, perfect day to go for a walk, perfect day to be outdoors and just enjoy life as a whole. Um, yeah, today's topic, I feel like it was gonna be. I thought maybe I would combine a bunch of stuff, but more so, it's more so posed as a question that I feel like I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear your opinions on what you would do. So, topic of today is more so, what would you do if you were a millionaire? If you just had endless money, like what would be like the things that you would do? Like, would you be taking steps, like small steps, or would you try to, envision all the stuff that you imagined as a youth to come to life? Now, I know for myself, I might do what most people do, buy themselves a house, buy the family a house, all the stuff, like the standard normal. But I want to know, like, would anybody do something insane, like do above and beyond, like go outside the realms of what was normal? I probably would, like, if it was possible. Like, let's just say, like, there was no limitations to what you could do. Like, I want to know, like, what would you guys really spend the money on? I probably would do most of the same old stuff. Pay bills, buy myself a house, buy myself a car, and then I'll probably, travel, go see the rest of the world, do all those sorts of things. But it's like, how much further can you go? I think like it's how can I say? I think it's almost endless on what you can do if you have the opportunity. Because the way they depict millionaires in other movies and shows is like, okay, they have money beyond money, money to where like they could just buy things that we don't even have in here. And I would be like, okay, if we had that access, what would you guys buy? Like, would you guys stay within the realms of what you know, or would you try to go outside that and push the boundaries of what you could like spend money on, like what you can do? Because I know there's some people out here who probably be like, um, buy a yacht, buy a house, buy a mansion, buy some land, which is all pretty cool. But how would you step it up above that? So you see, for me, I would think, if I was just gifted like millions and millions of dollars, like I just woke up, first out of bed, and I just see my bank account, which is endless zeros. I'd be like, oh, huh, life is different now.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Of course, I would feel like I myself would have to like give back to the people out there, just because that's just me. I feel like I'm all about donating and giving back money some way somehow, even though like in some places like the Starbucks, which I don't shop at, but I know like Starbucks, Target, Walmart, Wendy's, all the people that did be like, oh, do you want to round up? Um, I'm most times I say no. Most times I do, just because like I don't want to. But there's a lot of times where I'm, yeah, check me out, round it up, give me the extra dollar, a couple cents, whatever it is, round it up. Go ahead, take the money because I feel like I could have this. So how about I help somebody else who can't? That's how I look at it when I have the money in my hands. But not everybody's the same, and I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. You right there, I'm not judging you if you do this. Like if you choose to say no every single time, there's no judging coming from my direction. I'm not going to judge you. You right there, I'm not going to judge you. Okay. But yeah, I feel as though for me, if I have money, like I always feel like I gotta give back, like in some way, shape, or form. Like it really be like a small amount, or like if I can go bigger. But like today, I just donated some of my clothes. That's just because I have clothes that I don't wear, and I always feel like somebody else could definitely use this. Like there's no harm, but again, that's just my way of looking at it. Everybody else is not gonna be on that same wave, that same path, and that's fine. You know, again, that's perfectly okay. But yeah, I feel as though if I had the ability to stretch beyond the means of just earthly things, because I feel as like I would definitely buy myself a nice house, or like I would buy myself a newer place to live. But I feel like I would live my life as just the same old, same old. I wouldn't overspend. Like no one would know I was a millionaire. No one would be able to tell. They would just be like, "Oh, he has a place of his own, and he just lives." But no one would know I have endless amounts of money because I would just look the same. Because I feel as though that's like it always. That's how it always is. Like you want to buy the nice things because now you can do that. But I feel as though I don't really need it. I won't go out of my way to buy the most expensive luxurious cars or the most expensive luxurious clothing items or whatever. Like I would still wear what I have on today even if I had millions of dollars in my bank account, you would not be able to tell. I would be like the Adam Sandler of my generation. Because if y'all don't know, Adam Sandler would be dressing like a normal person. He dressed like average. He walk around with baggy shorts and t-shirts, even though man's worth a lot of money. And that's because he understands like you don't need all that. And I feel like I would be right there with him. But, and this is just a but, I would definitely go outside the realms of where like I might, if I could, I would own a space station. I would purchase that just for the sole purpose of like you're telling me I have direct access to space. No one else does. Fine by me. You're telling me I can own a rocket, customize with my name on it. I would do that. That's just me though. I think I would be more inclined to spend my money on outrageous things like that if I had the possibility to. Like if I had the amount of money to buy that stuff, I probably would. Just because it's not something you hear about every day. Like you don't hear anybody having a rocket unless you're just what's his name? I don't remember his name because I'm not even into Tesla like that. But the guy who owns Tesla, um, I really can't remember his name right now for some reason. But him and all the other people who may have rockets, like I think it's just him as of right now. But again, you don't hear a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, I got my own customized rocket. This is my rocket. Like I put money into. I own this." And then I don't think there's anybody out there that just has a space station, unless it's like, nah, I don't even think America has a space station. I could be wrong though. I'm not a part of all that stuff. That's probably like secret classified information that I won't ever know because the government and whatnot. But yeah, I would buy something like that. I would have like I would have a bat cave if it was possible. Like I'm just thinking outside the realms of like what already people already own and what I would like to have if possible. Now, if it was possible, I would definitely have a bat cave. Definitely have like the home of Iron Man, the home that he has in not in New York or like in the log cabin, the one that he has in like Iron Man's 1, 2, and 3. That home that I think like in California, I think that movie that's that house is on the side of the hill. I would have that just because that house looks magnificent. That looks amazing. I would have the Iron Man collection just because, again, cool things that don't seem real, but if were real and could be bought, that's what I would spend my money on. Now, of course, that's just like me and my glorious needs of just wanting to spend money on useless things. Not useless, but like things I really know like I don't need. Of course, I would definitely put money towards things that are important, things that actually do matter, like finding new cures for diseases, or just donating to whatever is going on in the world, like putting my money towards helping the earth be better than it already is. Because I know, again, and this is just me, because I know a lot of you guys wouldn't do that. You guys are not on that path. You guys are not in that same mindset. And that's fine. Again, I'm not gonna judge you. You right there. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna look at you any differently. I'm not gonna sit here and say, how could you do that? You have so much money. Why not help somebody else? You right there. I'm not gonna say that at all. I'll just be like, okay, it's your money. You're free to spend it how you choose. But okay, that's just me. That's just me. Um, yeah, I probably would do my best to like somewhat make the world a better place if I had the money. But of course, at the same time, I don't have that money. So of course, this might just be me talking, but I know people are weird when it comes to money. Money is like a real issue. People act different when money comes around. Very different. Like the people who get the chance to get money act ridiculous. They act crazy. They act outlandish. They act way worse than they've ever been because now they're in a whole new bracket, whole new algorithm of money. They've hit numbers of money that they never touched before. They've been experiencing new stuff because the money has given at them, and now they're like money hungry and they don't know how to act. Again, that's what I've seen. It's what I've read about, and I know you guys know this. You guys are very knowledgeable people. You guys know money changes people. Money can make somebody become a whole different person, act way crazy, act extremely different, and it's just because people want that lifestyle to have all the good things and not have to worry about nothing. They want to know that they can wake up and just see hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in the bank account without any sort of anything. Now, I'm not saying that's a valid reason to act wild and crazy, but I'm just gonna let you know now that it does happen. It definitely does happen. It may be slim. The percentage may be very low, but it definitely does happen. I need y'all to be cautious because money is like it's a great thing, but it also is a very bad thing. Like money in the hands of the wrong person, terrible, horrible. Like it really is scary because money is like it's always that money equals power. So the more money you have, the more power you have. Absolutely insane, absolutely insane. So if you give somebody money, like a lot of money, their status is up there, goes to their head, makes them feel like they're above and beyond everything and anything, makes them feel superior, as if they're a king or a queen or a god or a goddess, makes them feel like they're untouchable, which in this day, not true. But then again, within this day, it could also be true because a lot of people are corrupt. A lot of people will let things slide, let things allowed for some money. And that's where I'm like iffy because I know I would love to have millions and millions of dollars, but it's like knowing that if I have money, what that means, what that comes with, and the fact that if other people know I have money, what that means and what that comes with. Because people are cool, you know. Some people will be the nicest people in the world if they know you have money. People that you never talk to in a long time will talk to you because you got some money. Craziest thing I've ever seen. Because they think like, oh, we know each other. Like, oh yeah, you'll be willing to help me out. Like, I got you, bro. You know what? No, that's not how it's supposed to go. And it's crazy because a lot of people who like, if you've ever, I think like, for people who I guess like you've seen it in movies, and there's always that one person who's like, oh, I've been with you through this and this. Like, the least you could do is just like, let me hold a couple 100,000 just so I could get. No, no, and it's crazy because that's how I feel it is in real life. I don't know because I don't know anybody myself who has won like lots and lots of money. Like, I don't have lots of money, as you guys know before. Say with me now. I am a what? A struggling, low income college student. So the money is not very high. It's not endlessly flowing. But I do know that if it was, a lot of things would be doing. There'd be a lot of people that I would never be able to say. Like, there would be people who I'd be constantly mentioning, hit me up for this. Or you guys would know, you see me out there in the world as if I'm a brand new person because everybody is like, apparently now wants to talk to me because I have money. I'm just saying, watch your back out there. If you're rich, or if you're on the come up of becoming rich, like you're gonna inherit some millions. Be aware of who you let into your circle. Just saying. Just saying. Be mindful. But yeah, I want you guys to like let me know because I feel as though I might be looking at this from just my point of view and what I feel. I don't know if you guys are on the same. How do I say it? Like if you guys are in that same ballpark, same region, same thought process of me, because this is how I look at it. I don't know if all of you guys look at it the same way like I do, and that's just because we're all different people. We're all going through life differently, experiencing our own things. So you might be like, oh, yeah, I'm right there with you. I feel the same way. Or you might be like, yeah, he's talking nonsense. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, that never would happen. La 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 la. Like, that could never happen. Or I would never do this other thing. Whatever. Whatever explanations and theories you have in your mind, that's fine. But I just want to know what you guys are thinking. So, yes, please don't be afraid to leave it in the comments. Don't be afraid to hit your boys and let me know. But yeah, again, if I had millions of dollars, my life would probably look the same. It probably would not look any different from the outside. Like, do you see what I have on my? You see how crazy I look right now? Only thing that might be a little bit different is that I get a fresh cut. So the cut would be clean. Everything else would be looking nice and touch. But I'll still walk around with this My Hero Academia shirt on, or in my nice what jersey, or in a white tank top, or my muscle shirts, or whatever shirts I desire. But it won't be Gucci. You won't be seeing no Gucci on here. You won't be seeing no Chanel. You won't be seeing no Louis. You won't see nothing of that sort of caliber because one, I'm not spending $500 on a shirt. That's blasphemy. A shirt that I might sweat in and ruin, I'm not spending $500 on that. Craziest thing I've ever seen. I probably wouldn't even spend $500 on some shoes just because that's also ridiculous. But I get it because a lot of shoes nowadays they cost that much. But I'll spend $10 on a shirt, 15 on a shirt, 25 maybe on a shirt. At that point, I might be like, okay, what type of shirts are these? What type of quality is this if I have to spend above $25? But I feel as though even though I'm rich, like there's no reason for me to spend like a lunatic. I don't need to be buying the most egregious things. I don't need to be buying the most wild things. I don't need 17 Lambos. I don't need 15 houses that no one's gonna live in. That's excessive. That's unnecessary. Like, to be honest, I might not even buy a mansion if I had money. Because again, who's living in that besides myself? Sure, I can be like, yeah, family, come on, you guys to stay with me. But why would I do that when they like the house that they have? If anything, I would just get them a new house, sell the old house, get them a new house for them to have, and just retire. I would get myself like a small little apartment because it's just me, myself, and I as of right now. But of course, You guys aren't thinking like that. You guys are thinking I need a mansion and I need 17 Lambos because what? You want to drive a Lambo for every day of the month. You need 30. Like you need to drive a new color Lambo. You can't drive it twice. That's how like life is depicted in movies. And I'm sure there's people out there right now who's like, yeah, I would definitely do that because it's my money. I can spend how I feel. But then it's like, are you crazy? Why would you spend millions and millions of dollars on different Lambos to drive one new one every single day when you could just have your one car that you drive? That's it's selfish and it's just like it's just greedy. It's like what? It's like you aren't the person to be having money. You don't know how to spend money properly, right? That's how come people lose money fast. They spend money on stupid stuff. Like you guys have seen a lot of celebrities out there who were up in the top echelon of their prime. They had money, but they spend their money on things that they don't need, that they probably don't even drive, use, or whatever. And then they end up talking about, I don't got money now. They got to sell whatever it was they bought. You bought it because, well, you think you needed 19 cars? It's only you. Max. Max. And I'm saying max amount. If I had the money, it would be 3 cars I would have. 3 cars. My everyday use. If I had a family car. Well, let me backtrack. Not okay, like 3 to 4 car. My personal car that I want to drive, my everyday car, probably something nice, nothing too crazy. Like might cop myself a nice little Audi for me to just drive around. My family car, but if I have kids and children, like make sure that they have a car seat, super secure, nicely, everything. Family car. My my little builder car, like a car like I want to start and build it up and like make it all nice. Like everybody, like not everybody, but like you've seen people do it like with the oldest, like older model cars, like the BMWs, um, with the Nissan 350Zs or like the Skylines, like the 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 builder cars, the cars you want to start from like old and add new parts, new stuff to make them look excellent by the time you're done. And then possibly like an older car, like probably like my first car that I have now. If I can keep that alive to the future, to where like I have money to buy a new car, I'm gonna keep it. That's just like one of my like it's my first car. Like I understand most people are like, why? My first car that I ever bought my own money. I feel like I have to keep it because it's mine. Of course, some point down the line, I will get rid of it because like it won't be drivable. But for the time where it functions, every now and then I'm gonna want to take it out, go for a spin, drive the first car that I ever had in my life to drive me to school, to work, and everything else. Like that's how I look at it. But I won't need 17 Lambos because that's insane. I won't need a new car for every car. I won't need a new car for every day. That's just also insane. I won't need a $500 car, $500,000 car, because what are we doing with that? I feel as though like if I get a cars like the cars that I get the lineup together, it's like all the cars added up together, probably like 200,000 max. If I get them, the ones that I'm looking for, if I get the ones that I want, it's gonna probably cost me 200,000, maybe 300,000 for all of it, flat rate. A Lambo, some Lambos cost just as much as that or more. There's some on the cheaper end, but that's like the average price for a Lambo. One. Now imagine someone just has 30 or 7 or 50. Now, and I've seen it specifically like recently I watched Tyson at and AMP and they showed like their car garage, all the cars that they had. Each person in that had about like 4, 5, 6 cars. Each car was for like everyday use, the sports car, the muscle, the da da da. But each car was like I would say on average, probably like the base model of the car was like 40,000, but they had mods. The mods that they put in was like probably double that or however much. It was a lot more money than they put in to buy just the original car. And I'm just like, that right there is probably like good, probably 1.2 plus $1 million that they spent on their 5 cars. I don't think I would go that far. I don't think I would need all of that. But then again, that I guess that's what they like. That's the stuff that they're into. Them. That's them. But I don't think that would be for me. That's just how I look at it. There's I feel like there's so many other things I could do with my money than buy a whole plethora of cars and a bunch of land and houses that's not going to be used. I feel like there's so many other things that I could do out there with money like that. Like I just think there's better ways to spend it, better ways to live the life. But again, that's just how I look at it. And I don't know. I'm going to keep rephrasing this because I don't want nobody to think, yeah, he would do that if he got the chance. No, I would not. Hence why I'm rephrasing and constantly restating the fact that I would only do what I'm saying for me. For me. I would live my life as simple as I could because that's how I want to do it. And that's just how I look at it. How I look at it. Live life like Adam Sandler. But I know not everybody's about that. You want to be dressed up nice in the fanciest clothing and own all the luxurious cars in the world and live in the top mansions on hills and long driveways. You want that. And that's fine. You want what you want. But I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't necessarily want that. I want my lifestyle to be nice. I want it to be as nice as it is for me. I want it to appeal to me. Having all that is not appealing. It's not even cool. I think that's actually just a waste of money. But again, you guys spend your money how you want to spend it. I'm just saying, I don't think it's worth having 15 different cars and an 18 car garage and then having 15 yachts and like 13 jets when it's just you alone. Even if you have a family, you still don't need double digits unless you have 15 kids. Unless you have kids out the woodwork, then by all means, go ahead. I stand corrected. But if that's not the case, because I know a lot of people, even who have lots of money, don't have kids beyond like 3, it, they don't have a private jet for each one of the kids. They don't. They don't have 4 cars for each kid because they don't need that. You know, again, and I mean again, because I don't want no confusion. Your money, your life. Spend it however you please. I would just say spend correctly. Don't be stupid and just blow all your money on useless things that you're gonna have to sell down the line. That might not even you might not even get the amount that you spent on it because once you buy certain things, it depreciates its value. So again, be smart. Use this. The thing that y'all have up here, don't think, okay, because you have money that you should just spend it being reckless. Please don't do that. I'm hoping that someone, like the first thing you do is buy or put your money into like an advisor, a financial advisor to help you. Because I would hate for like if what I'm saying happens to somebody and they literally blow all their money on stupid stuff to where now they owe back money. To now, well, they are actually in debt because all the money that they spent on stupid stuff actually didn't work out. I would hate for that to happen. So I would do that. I would hire a financial advisor, make them, you know, keep and regulate how much money I use, what I spend it on, stuff like that. Just because one, that's a job for somebody. Somebody out there is looking for a job in order to use the stuff they went to school for. So I'm one keeping somebody. I'm helping somebody stay in. I got somebody a job. Had somebody probably help feed their family and whatever else, take care of themselves. Two, it's just better. It's just the smarter thing to do. And I hope you guys are literally taking that as an advice. Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life, but I'm also not going to judge you, but I'm trying to help you not be crazy. Because as the world continues to go, things will continue to be more expensive. Things will be outrageous pricing. And let's just say you don't own millions and millions of dollars, but say you make on the upper ends of a couple 100,000 and you want to have your life be nice and good and all that stuff. Have a nice person there, like a financial advisor, to help you manage your money. Just because I know a lot of people don't know how to do that. A lot of people don't know anything about saving, don't know how to properly spend within their means. A lot of people like to live outside their means, which if you feel like that's the way you want to live your life, by all means. Just remember, you're probably not going to go far. Live it above your means. If you don't make the amount of money that you want to live your life like you do, then you need to figure it out a way to cut all that stuff back. Don't live if you make 100K. Don't live like you make 500. You know what I mean? If you make $20 an hour, don't live like you on a year's on salary. If you like live within what you can live by. If you live check to check, stay within check to check. Understand that things happen and you will need money for that. Because sometimes you can't rely on other people to be there to help you. You gonna have to understand that it's you and you gotta rely on you. And you can't do that if you're too busy blowing your money on stupid stuff. So biggest tip I can say, hire an advisor. Because I would do that. That would be like the first thing I would ever spend money on. A good advisor at that. Not somebody who's fresh out, somebody who has like a little bit of background. I mean, if you want to start with somebody who's fresh out, who has the knowledge, I would say okay. But don't put everything into them because they have no experience. I would say get somebody with some experience who could steer you on the right track. Sure, if you want to start with fresh, I'm not gonna say that's a bad idea either. It might just take you a lot longer to get all the stuff in order because they're new. This is their first time doing this stuff. So you just got to be patient with them and understand that they're still going to help you. It just might take a little bit longer. You know, that's how I see it. Now I know you guys are probably like, why on earth is he telling me this? I honestly do not care. And that's fine. You don't have to care. I would just expect that, in the future, when your life is upside down and around, and you're like, what? I don't know how to spend. What do you mean I don't have money? I had money. Like, where did it go? Like, what happened? That you don't come back to the video and be like, my gosh, he was so right. I should have listened. Because then I would just sit there and I'll probably like laugh in your face. Be like, I told you so. You right there, I told you so. But no, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd just be like, wow, well, I'm glad you learned something. Glad you understand the importance of, just hearing me out. But again, that's just how I feel everybody should be looking at life. Like, okay, I have money. That does not mean I need to spend it like it's all going to burn up. I have money that I could use to, prolong my life and even possibly help somebody else's life. So be smart. Even now, I feel like it's a good time. Like, even if you're not making millions of dollars, but if you make a good amount of money and you don't know how to properly spend it, you don't know how to save, how to invest, how to do all that stuff, hire somebody to do that because it will help you in the long term. It will. And you people out there who I'm looking at right now, and you make lots of money and you don't even think about helping somebody else, that's insane. If you know that a good dollar or so can actually help somebody and you refuse to do that, shame on you. And I'm not saying you need to give everything that you got into somebody else. I'm not saying deposit your whole paycheck. But if you know, like, okay, dad, like, I can help this man right now. He's saying he can't afford some gas, or he's saying he got to get something to eat, can't get it, or you actually physically see somebody that's like on their last leg, and you can't even like buy them something like some food. I get it. You guys will be selfish because it's your money. You worked hard for it, but just understand not everybody has that ability to do that. Some people can't work. Some people can't do that. Some people can't read. Some people can't do a lot of things that they would need in order to get a job. But if you realize that you can help somebody and you refuse to, shame on you. Shame on you. Because let the foot be reversed. Let it be on the opposite end. Let you be in that same situation. You would want somebody to help you. You'd want somebody to just be, hey, okay, do you need something like a blanket, some food, some clothes? Again, I'm not telling you spend all your earnings, but you telling me like a small little $20, $30 you can't give, like that will go a long way. $20, $30 at the right place, that's a meal possible. Like if you go to Walmart, you can get like frozen, not frozen. Do they have hot food? I don't know, or like Stop and Shop. They have hot food. You can get hot food. You get like I don't think they have clothes. I don't know. Well, there's something out there, if you know what I mean. Like you know what I'm trying to get at. But like it could be clothes, food, and something else for $30. So yeah, I'm just saying, I just want y'all to be better out there. Because we already stuck in a cycle of negativity and all things bad. And I would hate for you guys to be that way. To be trapped in the negativity bad and just think like, oh, even if I had millions, I'm not gonna do nothing to help nobody else because why would I? I don't care. Da, da, da. That's not the way we're supposed to be. Well, this channel is what? Say with me now. Positivity through and through. What are we? Positivity through and through. Okay, that's really what we stand for. So if you watch me, you understand that. Oh yeah, I'm a big time subscriber, and you're not promoting what we preach. What are you, man? What is this? You can't be part of this group, this family, and not practice what we preach. So I'm gonna need y'all to stop what you're doing, go outside, enjoy the nice weather, but also spread positivity in the air because that's what we have to do. That's literally our goal, our foundation. That's what we're built on. That's literally our stepping stones. Positivity through and through. I will get that on a shirt. Let me know if you guys also want merch because I would love to make merch. If you guys didn't know, your boy's very artistic. I could definitely put positivity through and through in a lot of cool, unique ways. Let me know. So yes, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for being here and listening. I appreciate every single one of you. Every single last one of you. You right there, and the person next to you, person behind you, across the room, next door to you, whatever. Whoever's watching this, listening, I want y'all to know I appreciate you all for being part of the podcast family, for being and rocking out and supporting your boy. This has been today's episode, and peace.
I mean, faux shizzle.
Faux shizzle.